Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Bigfoot Tales in the Field. I'm your host D.L.Soucy, coming to you from the coast of Maine. And I want to take you back for a second visit at what I call research area number 5. I used to put names to these, but a couple of people have actually figured out where some of my places are, and they've visited those areas and compromised my research. So I'm only going to call my areas from now on by the number of importance or rather series of find. But I want to go back to here. A couple of interesting things I found here, and I'm going to consider this area at this time a very possible habituation site, or potential habituation site rather. I found some interesting things here, some tree structures, various things, and at the end of this short video you're going to see a footprint which looks really good. Unfortunately, I did not bother bringing plaster with me. I didn't expect to find anything there, so I didn't bother bringing it. The extra weight, along with all my camera gear and everything like that, actually makes it kind of questionable whether it's worth carrying or not. But I'm going to be taking a closer look at the videos that I took, and of course these are all stills here, and they're 24.5 megapixel in size, so they're pretty clear. It takes a lot to get them pixelated, so I get some really good shots out of here. But this one in particular coming up here shows what might be a potential Bigfoot. I'm not going to say at this point that it is, because I don't know for sure. I'm going to have to do some video analysis frame by frame and see if I caught this on video and if there was any movement or not. I'm going to also later on this summer, possibly if I can arrange it, get back there to do some more hiking and see what I can find and see if I can duplicate the shot, just to see whether this was a stump or maybe just a shadow against a tree. Again, I'm not really sure what this is, but let's move on to some of the stick structures here. And you'll see that this one in particular, and I showed this one actually on an earlier video that I made when I did my first visit to this habituation area, is a kind of an X formation, almost like a teepee. We've seen these before. And indications are that this is actually made by soil erosion from runoff from a brook, or a spring rather, that turns into a brook that comes out of the ground very near here. Matter of fact, it's a matter of feet. You can actually stand by that and see it coming out of the ground. But I have a suspicion that this is what is made, but there's a lot of questionable aspects as to whether maybe some things or elements have been added to this to make some sort of a temporary structure. But we'll move on to the next area. And again, this is just a quick update. I'm going to be going more in depth into some of these things in a later video when I have more time to do them. This is a possible bedding area that I found. It looked like some of the leaves had been compressed, where something big had been laying on it. It was not definitive. I could not tell whether it was a moose or a deer or a bear, or it could have been a human, or it may have been a Sasquatch. Can't tell. I used a magnifying glass to look for possible hairs, and I didn't see anything at all. But I'm going to be keeping a closer look on this site. It's very well protected. There is a logging road, I'd say roughly 3/8 of a mile from where this is. But this rock outcropping actually protects it from view. And right nearby, as you can see, is tons and tons of edible food that any wild animal could eat with no problem. And last but not least, I want to point out this little footprint that I found here, which looks very good. It's in an area where you normally wouldn't see human traffic. It could be a human footprint, it's hard to tell. there wasn't enough there to really do a lot of analysis to it. And again, I did not bother casting it, as I did not have casting material. But you can see where it's kind of foot shaped. Longish, lengthwise, it's about 14 inches, 14 to 15. So it's not outside of the range of human-sized feet, but it is inside the range of very large human-sized feet. So this is a print worth looking more into, and this is found right in the middle of that area. So again, just a couple of things. We got a stump squatch or blur squatch, whatever you want to call it, earlier. I'm going to be doing some more investigation to see exactly what that is and whether I can determine whether or not there was movement involved in that. I'm going to have to spend some time and do some in-depth video analysis, as well as looking through any other still pictures that I have to see if I can detect whether this is a stationary shadow or not. But I think this footprint here at the end is going to be the item that actually keeps me coming back to this area to do some more in-depth research. That plus it's an area that I haven't brought anybody to yet, haven't shared its location, and I think this time around I'm not going to bother sharing it with anybody at all, aside from the fact that I'm going to call it research area number 5. So that's it. Again, quick video, and we'll come back with some more analysis and stuff in a later video after I have time to go through it all, and again, make sure that blur squatch is or is not a valid moving image. Again, these were all taken from my Nikon camera, which has a 24.5 megapixel clarity, so they're all good pictures. They weren't taken off of a cell phone, which leads to a lot of problems, and I do not engage my facial recognition program on that camera when I'm out in the woods. So at any rate, this is the end of Bigfoot Man coming to you from Maine, and we'll see you next time on the Bigfoot Tales. And make sure you go to bigfoottales.blogspot.com. I'm going to be doing some updates on that site there, and if you like the work I'm doing, you want to contribute to it, there's a donation button there you can click on. I hate doing it, but the way finances are, the way the economy is plummeting, every little bit helps. And I haven't been able to afford to get out in the woods much this summer, so at any rate, that's it for my spiel for the day. We'll see you next time on Bigfoot Tales.